Good morning everyone. Welcome to the class of social science for class 3, chapter number 5. The name of the chapter is Water on the Earth. I repeat, the name of the chapter is Water on the Earth. In the content of this presentation, we will discuss about introduction of water, what is water cycle, how to store rainwater, storing rainwater, saving water, and what are the steps we can take to save water. Now let's begin with the introduction. Our Earth is known as blue planet. You know why it is called a blue planet? Because of water. When we see the planet, when we see the globe, we see the color of the earth is always blue because of the water. Major part of the earth's surface is surrounded by or covered with water. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. Means this is the earth. On the earth, this much of the proportion is being covered with water. The water on the earth is present in 3 natural forms: solid, liquid and gas. The water on the earth, I repeat once again and you all are going to repeat with me. The water on the earth is present in 3 natural forms: solid, liquid, gas. Now how solid? Do you know? In the summer we have the ice cubes. Ice cube is a type of water. It takes the form of a solid. After that, when it melts down, it becomes a normal water. It becomes a liquid. And when we used to burn it, we used to heat it up. At that time, it takes in the form of water vapor. That water vapor is called a gas. It's a form of a gas. So, how many 3 natural forms we are having of water? Solid, liquid and gas. Now, what is the other name of earth is? The earth is also known as blue planet. The earth is also known as blue planet. Why it is called a blue planet? Because the major part of the earth is covered with water. How much quantity the water is covering earth? 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. Now what are the 3 natural forms of water? Solid, liquid and gas. Now do you all know that water present in the air is in the form of gas or water vapor? In very cold places, water is present in the solid forms, in the form of snow, ice. I hope you all like snow during the winter season. We used to play with the ice balls very nice. So cold places, usually water is present in form of ice, or snow. The water we drink, it's in the liquid form. The water that we drink is always in the liquid form. Now let's see what are the sources of water. Sources means by which we can get the water. So natural sources of water are oceans, ponds, rivers, lakes, streams. How many parts are there? Natural sources? 5. Ocean, ponds, rivers, lakes, streams. OCEANS, oceans. RIVERS, rivers. PONDS, ponds. LAKES, lakes. STREAMS, streams. So how many natural sources of water we are having? 5. Name them: oceans, ponds, rivers, lakes, streams. Now let's discuss about sources of water. Rainwater. Rainwater is the most important natural source of water. The rainwater fills in the area like ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, wells, seas and oceans. Have you seen when the rainwater comes down on the earth, okay, in your area, you're able to see if we will put a small vessel, okay, like on the ground like this, it used to fill with the water. How it is used to fill with the water? Because of the rainwater, whatever it is raining, the water which is coming from the rainfall. Same like here, the ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, wells, seas and oceans, they are also being filled again and again with the water which is coming from the rainfall. Some water goes the underground, and in the villages, have you seen hand pumps, tube wells? Okay, they all used to help to put that underground water on the surface, by which people use this water. So people use hand pumps and tube wells to take underground water, because we cannot take the underground water like this. We cannot dig we are not the animals, we can dig like ground very nicely, okay, whenever we require water. It's not possible. So people use hand pumps and tube wells to take underground water. Now let's start and discuss with the water cycle. Now what is water cycle? See, in this picture there is a good sunny sun, okay, smiling and wearing the specs, okay. With over there they are having some clouds. Now below the clouds there are some arrows, some dot lines are there. They are called the water vapor. And below that you are able to see the blue color. That is your sea, the river. Okay. So now what happens and how do the water cycle comes, okay, and goes round? When the sun used to shine brightly, the water gets heated. As the water gets heated, it used to change into water vapor, and as the water vapor takes, it used to take the form of a cloud, and as it takes on the form of a cloud, it used to fill up at one side. Now at one side, when it is filled up, what is happening? At the one side, it is being filled and it's converting into white color, is converting into black color. Have you seen the black color clouds when it used to have heavy rainfall? Okay, so that black color clouds used to condense, and after that again the water falls back to the earth, and see the water is coming down and again it is getting mixed with the river or the sea. This is called water cycle. This is called the water cycle. And students, what you have to do is you have to draw this picture on your notebook. What you have to do? You have to draw this picture on your notebook and you have to name them water cycle. Label them with the water cycle. Now let's discuss what actually the water cycle occurs. The sun heats and the water present in the river, lakes, ponds and seas, hot vapor takes in a form of a water vapor. Now as the water vapor goes up in the sky, it used to take the form of a cloud. Now see over there, the evaporation is there, sun is shining, evaporation goes, it takes in a form of a cloud, and when these clouds cool down, it rains. Okay, what happens? It rains. The water returns to the water bodies to the ground. Okay, this whole process is called water cycle. This whole process is called water cycle. Now did you got what is water cycle? Water cycle is a process in which the water gets heated up and takes a form of a cloud, and when the clouds get cooled down, it used to rain, and again the water get mixed with the ground. This is called water cycle. This whole process is called water cycle. So I hope you all understood the water cycle. Now let's repeat what is actually water cycle. The sun heats, the water present in the river rises up, okay, takes the form of water vapor. Water vapor goes up to the sky and takes the form of a cloud. When the clouds gets cooled down, it rains. It rains, then the water comes back to the ground. This whole process is called water cycle. This whole process is called water cycle. So what you have to do, you remember in your notebook? In the previous slide I showed you one picture. So you have to draw that picture, and also you have to draw this picture also in your notebook. Okay? And don't forget to write the heading water cycle. In this picture you will write whatever it is shown to you. EVAPORATION, evaporation. I repeat, EVAPORATION, evaporation. Okay, you know that round one. What is that round one is called? Sun. Now the white color, what are those called? Clouds. Now the drop which is coming on back to the earth is called a rain. Okay, so you have to write these names and you have to draw this picture also in your notebook. Now let's discuss about storing the rainwater. How can we collect and store the rainwater for ourselves? Rainwater is the purest form of water. It is not dirty at all. This is the water that we use for drinking and washing. We can collect the rainwater for later use also. The process of collecting and storing the rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. I repeat, rainwater harvesting. Rainwater can be collected in tanks and wells. Okay, so rainwater is the purest form of water. This is the water that we use for drinking, that we use for washing the utensils. We can collect the rainwater for later use also. The process of collecting and storing the rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. What it is called? Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater can be collected in tanks and wells. Rainwater can be collected in tanks and wells. So where we can collect the rainwater? It can be collected in tanks and wells. Now what is rainwater harvesting? The process of collecting and storing rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. The process of collecting and storing rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. I repeat once again, the process of collecting and storing rainwater is called rain water harvesting. What is the spelling of harvesting? HAREVESTING. Rainwater harvesting. Now, are you able to see this image? This is actually the rainwater harvesting. See, the rain is coming on the roof of the house. Here, there is a small pipe which is collecting the water in the ground. Inside the ground, we have made a tank. In that tank, the water is collecting. And as the water is being collected, again a second pipe is coming out which is throwing the water out, and that water we are using for irrigation system. Irrigation system means for farming, for cultivating the crops, for growing the crops. Okay, so here what is happening? Here the clouds are having the rainfall. That rainfall, the rainwater by a pipe, it is being collected inside the ground. Okay, in the ground rain tanks. Now the water of these tanks are being used for irrigation purpose, for the farming purpose. So this whole process is called rainwater harvesting. So whole process is known as rainwater harvesting. I repeat once again, the whole process is called rainwater harvesting. Now let's start that how can we save water. Okay, there is a lot of water present on the earth, but only a small portion of the water can be used. Some of it is frozen on mountain. On the mountain you have seen the ice, snow over there. So it has been frozen. Okay, which is very salty. That is also not good in taste at all. So it is very important to save water and use it wisely. Now see what actually we can do for save water. Wash full loads of clothes. Okay, don't use the washing machine only for 1 or 2 or 3 clothes. Okay, if there is a group of clothes, a bundle of clothes are there, you can use that. Take shorter showers. Okay, when we are having a bath, take the showers shorter. Don't open the tap and let the water waste. Okay, turn off the tap while washing. You should always turn the tap while brushing. Okay, fix all the leaky tapes. Okay, wherever you find that my tap is leaking or the pipeline is leaked, you should stop them there only. Water your plants with watering can. Do not take the tube pipes, okay, and do not start watering the plants. No, that is very wrong. Okay, we should always use watering cans to water the plants. Now, when we are washing the cars, over there also we are doing wastage of water. So for that, what we should do? We should take a water in a bucket and that we should use it. Okay. So use a bucket for a car wash. Use a bucket for a car wash. Now, why should we save our water? Because there is a very less amount of water that we can use. So we should save the water. Okay, and we should use it wisely. We should use it wisely. Now, what are the steps to save water? We should save the water because it is very useful for us. Okay, we can save water by not wasting or misusing it in any manner. We can save water by collecting the rainwater. We can save water by collecting the rainwater, and we can use that water for many household works like cleaning the utensils, cleaning the floor, cleaning any of the other things, okay? And even we can use it for drinking also, only after boiling, okay? Don't drink any of the rainwater without boiling, okay? If it's an emergency, you can drink the rainwater only by boiling. We should never waste drinking water. Whatever the amount we require, we should only take that much of water inside a glass. Not that we take a one huge level of glass of filled with water and we are drinking only a very little amount of it. We should not put up the running water tap when not in use, okay? We should always close the tap when not in use. We should not let it open like this for a longer duration. We should never throw litters in ponds and lakes, rivers and other water sources. Yes, this is also very important types of step by which we can save water. We should not throw any litter, any rubber or any garbage in ponds, lakes, rivers or any other water sources. See, we can get the water very easily if we try. But what about animals? Animals don't know anything. They are really very peculiar with the natural things. So for that and for them, what we should do? We should never throw the waste products or the litter in ponds, lakes, rivers, that is said to be other rivers also, okay? So other water resources and other resources are being used to save water, okay? Even the rainwater harvesting we can use it. So what actually you all learn from this chapter? You all learn that what is actually the water is. The earth, which is also known as the blue planet. And why it is said to be the blue planet? Because the earth is covered with the water, okay? 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with the water. Clear? Water is present in the three forms. Name them: solid, liquid and gas. Okay, now water is present in the air in the form of gas or water vapor. Now, in very cool place, the water is present in form of a snow. Have you seen the snow? I hope. Okay. Now, water that we drink is in the liquid form. The water that we drink is always in the liquid form. Now, over here, what are actually the sources of water we learn? We learn there are several sources of water, several natural sources of water, but among them we learned about rainwater, okay? We learned about groundwater, okay? We also learned about underground water. See, what's the difference between rainwater? Rainwater which is coming from the sky, groundwater which is present on the ground level, rivers, lakes, ponds, they all are present on the ground. Underground water which we used to take up with the help of the tube wells or the pump machine and all, okay? These are used as public use, these hand pumps and tube wells to take underground the water. Okay, we also discussed about the water cycle, what actually the water cycle is. Okay, and we also understood what is actually the rainwater harvesting. What is rainwater harvesting? The collection of the water and storing the rainwater for future use, for further use. That is called rainwater harvesting. Now, rainwater can be collected in water or tanks. Okay, now every drop of water counts. Yes, every drop of water counts. Okay, no matter, no life. Now, what we should not do while saving the water, we should not wash our clothes very rarely. We should wash the clothes when they are in a huge collection, one at a time. Okay, we should always take the shower on the daily basis. Okay, we should always take the shower on the daily basis, but we should take the shower in a slow manner, okay? Shorter duration, very less duration. Okay. We should always turn off the taps while brushing. We should fix all the leaky taps Okay, we should always water the plants with the watering cans, and we should always use a bucket for washing the car. Okay, apart from this, what are the steps we can take? We can take, and we, by the help of collecting the rainwater, and we can use that rainwater for our household work. We should keep the drinking water keep safe and secure. We should not put running the water tap, okay, and we should not throw litters in ponds, lakes, rivers and other resources. Okay, so this was the chapter Water on the Earth. So what is your work is? Your work is to read the chapter properly. Okay, the diagrams that I told you about the water cycle, you have to draw the 2 diagrams of water cycle. Including that, you have to draw one small beautiful blue planet on your earth. Okay, you are going to name it Blue Planet. What you are going to name is Blue Planet. Okay, and you are going to do all this work in your notebook. You are going to do all this work in your notebook. Till then, thank you for watching this video. Have a great day ahead.